India's ambitious third moon mission Chandrayaan 3 was successfully inserted into the lunar orbit on Saturday, the ISRO said. The required manoeuvre was done from an ISRO facility, the Bengaluru headquartered space agency said in a tweet. Chandrayaan 3 has been successfully inserted into the lunar orbit. A retro burning at the Perilune was commanded from the Mission Operations Complex or MOX ISTRAC, that is ISRO Telemetry Tracking and Command Network, Bengaluru, the agency said in a tweet. Perilune is the spacecraft's closest point to the moon. The next operation reduction of orbit will be done at 11 p.m. on Sunday, ISRO added. ISRO also shared a message from the satellite to its senders which read MOX ISTRAC. This is Chandrayaan 3. I am feeling lunar gravity. Over 5 moves in the 3 weeks since the launch on July 14th, ISRO has been lifting the Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft into orbits farther and farther away from the Earth. Then on August 1st, in a key maneuver, a slingshot move, the craft was sent successfully towards the moon from Earth's orbit. Following this trans-lunar injection, the Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft escaped from orbiting the Earth and began following a path that would take it to the vicinity of the moon.
Lunar orbit insertion means its speed in its orbit will have to be reduced. At that time, a slight reduction in its speed will mean that it tends to fall towards the moon, and in that process it acquires an orbit around the moon. And that orbit is going to be highly elliptical, and ISRO said that they are going to follow very similarly what had happened during Chandrayaan 2's time, when orbiter with lander and rover went into a highly elliptical orbit around the moon. Those at that time it was the Perilune was about 120 kilometers and Perilune was about 18,000 kilometers. By the other terms also used Perilune and Perilune, but that means that in a highly elliptical orbit, the nearest point from the surface and the farthest point from the surface, that's how these figures are indicated. In the matter of Chandrayaan 3 also, at least I will expect that very similar orbit will be formed. After that, once lunar orbit insertion is successful, then we have to wait for 17th August, by which time the orbit will have been circularized to the level of 100 kilometer by 100 kilometer, and then a separation between propulsion module and the lander rover will take place. After that, lander rover will be placed in another elliptical orbit, and on 23rd August in the evening 5:47 we are expecting touchdown.
News Desk, Kaumudy Global.